my name is Helene and I am here today to give you my 2015 Bookish Resolutions. So without further ado, let me just get started. My number one resolution, Bookish resolution for 2015 is also the most important one, I think. And it may sound strange to you, but my number one resolution is actually to read less in 2015. I know it sounds super weird, I'm a booktuber, I love to read, but I want to read less next year. And that's because this year, 2014, I have read a total of 180 books, which is crazy, and the year has not even finished yet, so I might be able to push it up to 185. I don't know, but I think that number is insane. And it has got me thinking, and I really want to read less next year. Now, the reason why I want to read less is because I really want to use my time on other things next year. Besides from reading, I will still continue reading, just not as much. So that means I would like to have more time to watch television, catch up on series, spend time with friends and family. I still did that in 2014. I don't know how, but I did. But I just want to focus more on other things besides from reading next year. And then also read, but I don't want to feel the pressure to read. My second resolution is also very, very important, and I need to take this very seriously. And that is to always keep my to-be-read pile on a low. So that means I will make sure to read most of my to-be-read books before I buy new books, because otherwise I will end up with way too many books that I don't want to read. I already did that this year. I have a lot of young adult books behind me that I own them, but I don't particularly feel like reading them right now, so I don't want for that to happen next year as well. So that's my resolution number 2, and I really had to fulfill this one because it's very important. Then my third resolution is when I get to show you some books, because I have some books that are challenges to me. They are very challenging because they are big books, they are big classics, books that I really want to read, but it is going to be a challenge to me, basically. So I'm going to show you those books right now because I want to read them all in 2015. The first one is a classic, and this is also the most intimidating classic that I own, I think, and that is Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. Yeah, I really want to read it, especially because I'm a French teacher and I often encounter this title when I teach. But I haven't read it, so I feel like I have to read it. But at the same time, it's so big. It's over 1,000 pages. Oh my god, I didn't even know that. This just became even more challenging, but I'm up for a challenge, and this is one of the books that I'm going to read and finish in 2015, hopefully. Anna Karenina is another big book of mine that is a classic, but this one is not as intimidating since I've already read it and loved it. So I'm going to reread this book in 2015. Another big book that I am super excited to read. I really can't wait. But at the same time, I'm so scared. That is The Luminaries by Eleanor Catton. The reason why I'm scared is because this is huge as well. And I love big books, but sometimes their size scares the crap out of me. And this one is one of those books. I really want to read it, but I think it's also because I'm afraid that I'm not going to like it. And I really want to like it, so yeah, I'm going to read it next year and see if I like it or not, but I'm pretty sure I will. 2015 will also be the year when I finish all of Nancy Mitford's novels, so that means I have already read 2 of her novels. I have to read 5 more, and then I've completed them all. This book is definitely the most challenging of the bunch. It's even hard to carry in my hands, but this is My Struggle by Karl Ove Knausgård, the 6th book, and it's like the size of my head, so that's intimidating. It is over 1,200 pages, so I think 2015 is going to be the year when I read a lot of big books. It must be, and that's going to be good because I need to read less books, so that will help me read less books since it will take me several weeks to read these beauties. Last but not least, I have a final big big book that I need to read and finish in 2015, and that is This Beauty by Stephen King. Under the Dome. A lot of booktubers talk about this book. It is very intimidating. They start reading it, then they stop, and then they start again, and it takes them forever to read. I am sure it's going to be the same case with me. So this is going to be an on-off project for the next year, I believe. Which leads me to the very last resolution for next year, the fourth one, and that is a combination of two things actually. I would like to read more library books and French books next year. I definitely want to read more French books because I'm a French teacher, and I think it's very important to read French once in a while so that you get into the language once again. And library books because I have so many books that I want to read but that I don't want to buy. So library books are the perfect opportunity for me to read some of those books. That leads me to the end of this resolutions video. I hate resolutions in general because I'm always afraid that I'm not going to be able to fulfill them, and I'm even a little bit afraid right now. But I've made a promise. I have recorded it and now you know about it, and you are more than welcome to ask me about these resolutions during the year if you feel like it. Thank you for watching and happy reading, everyone. Bye bye.